The Cosmopolitan is ready. We're inside the Chelsea Theater here for Valdez against Lopez. I'm Bernardo Osuna, alongside Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward, Mark Kriegel, and Christina Puncher. You hear the crowd already, they're into it.
I want to clarify my comments at the top, Tim. I didn't say Lopez would win. I said I like the position that he's in psychologically going into this fight with Valdez. A lot of guys, and we saw that in the last fight, who have the skill and ability, but they don't believe in themselves. I believe that Adam Lopez believes in himself tonight, and we'll see what happens.
I'm just going to say overhand right or left hook. That's all I'm going to say. And Lopez being the taller fighter, being the boxer, guess what? Valdez likes to be the hunter. That's his style. That's what he likes to do. I know he wants to be refined and get some defense and move his head and stuff, but he's going to have to resort back to what he used to doing. Go inside and break him down to the body.
Nice jabs there from Lopez, proving that he belongs here against Oscar Valdez. That's the key to him, earning Valdez's respect in the early rounds of this fight. Lopez is comfortable moving on his back foot as well as coming forward. Valdez just loves to come forward. He's a warrior, but he wants to prove that he's more than that, as you mentioned, Tim.
Yes, he does. You know, Eddie Reynoso,
nice right hand to the body. Valdez is on the hunt once again.
You know, Eddie Reynoso, he said that, you know, he's been really working on his defense. You know, I thought he was going to show that against Gutierrez, but, you know, this last-minute replacement, Lopez, he had to change his style. You know,
there's another body shot from
Valdez can do it all.
Yeah.
He's a complete fighter. He can box on the outside, but he likes to bang. He likes to get in the inside, and that's going to serve him in this fight.
And we talked about a fighter like Marco Antonio Barrera, who, after he was knocked out by Junior Jones, changed his style. Well, that's exactly what happened when Valdez fractured his jaw against Scott Quigg. He had to stop being that come-forward fighter because you want to have a long career.
Well, you can do both. I think we got to educate the people and let them know they're not mutually exclusive. It's not box or fight. You can pick your spots and know when to do both. And I think that's what Valdez is trying to do when he says he's trying to become more refined.
There's that right hand to the body once again. He brings it up to the chin. Does Oscar Valdez. There's levels to this game. We saw that in our co-main event with the victory from Carl Frampton over Tyler McCreary. We'll see if Lopez is able to make a better account of himself here against Valdez.
Pretty good combination right there from Lopez.
Lopez proving he belongs early on in this fight against Oscar Valdez, but it's the first time he's scheduled, well, he's scheduled second time to go 10 rounds. He's never been past 8 rounds as a professional. As we listen,
he's going to start shifting and punching towards where Lopez is going to be.
Lopez is riding a 5-fight win streak since his only loss, and he believes that he is a better fighter since that loss against Stephen Fulton, who is undefeated, 11-0.
See, out at distance, Lopez is happy being out at distance. He's in control, using his jabs, and he's not standing in front. You see how he's walking to his left? He's not standing in front of him and allowing Valdez to set, not allowing the puncher to sit down on the shot. See, he made a miss with that right hand right there? That's exactly what he needs to do. Continue to move laterally, right and left, because eventually the veteran Valdez, he's going to move to his right. He's going to cut that off, so he's going to have to move both ways. But he's getting away with moving one way right now.
Great illustration from above. Thanks to our director, Aladdin Freeman, for giving us that shot and allowing us to see exactly what Tim was illustrating in terms of the footwork. And just, nice left hook, drops Oscar Valdez in round 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come here. Está bien?
He yells out, nice shot. You said it was going to be a left hook. You just didn't say it was going to be from Lopez to Valdez. And wow, this fight has changed here in round number 2.
Great shot by Lopez. Beautiful setup.
We talked about Lopez having nothing to lose in this fight, that all the risk was being taken by Oscar Valdez, and he's proving that here in the second round of this scheduled 10-round fight. A world title eliminator, no less. Talk about rags to riches story He wants to do what his father was unable to do, win a world title. And if he can upset Oscar Valdez tonight, he'll be on his way to a fight against Miguel Berchelt. Go ahead, kid. The replay.
There we see a half hook, half uppercut landed right on the chin of Oscar Valdez. Valdez went down, and I think he got up a little too soon. He was still hurt for the remainder of that round. See, we didn't see the right hand initially, but then that half hook, half uppercut sat him on his pants. I think Adam Lopez got his respect right now from Oscar Valdez. Jab, jab, right hand, half hook, half upper. Valdez never saw it coming, and that's the shot that always
See, this is what happens. Too many defensive moves. Standing in place a little bit too long at mid-range, not throwing a shot, leaving his hands down.
Reminded me of Andy Ruiz against Anthony Joshua.
The question I have for Oscar Valdez right now is, will he stay true to form, or will he revert back to his old ways? Now's going to be the time we have to answer that question. He's been hurt, and he's been embarrassed. Let's see what he does.
He needs to revert back to his old ways. He needs to get in there, and he needs to close the distance on Lopez to get back in this fight. He's down.
It's early on in the fight, and that's the whole question is, will he take the 10 rounds to, work his way back into this fight, as Dre said, or will he just become who we've known, one of the most exciting fighters in boxing today, and try to go get it back all in one round?
Nice turn right there from Lopez, stepping around his opponent again, and Valdez missing badly with the right hand.
We talked about why it could become a dangerous fight. A taller fighter, skilled fighter who has good legs and length. And that's exactly why Lopez is doing what he's doing early on against Valdez, who's got a lot of adjustments to make. What about the letdown psychologically when you are set up to do something and all of a sudden, you go from being ready to fight 8 weeks in camp, not having an opponent, the bell rings and all that has to go out the window.
Yeah, it's got to go out the window. I mean, how can you ever let down when you got a man that's trying to take food out of your family's mouth? He's trying to take opportunity from you. People are still questioning if you still have it. Your legacy's on the line. A big fight with Miguel Berchelt is looming. How can you not be motivated for that? I don't care who's on the other side of the ring.
Man, Lopez right now is fighting like a possessed man. He is fighting the fight of his life right now. He is boxing beautifully against Valdez, using his jab, going down to the body in spots, and keep turning. He's turning Valdez.
Christina Puncher with us. What's going on with Eddie Reynoso in Valdez's corner?
Eddie Reynoso just telling his fighter to remain calm, and he wants him to be more cautious when he's committing. He also wants him to be a little more compact when fighting on the inside.
That's asking Valdez to be something he hasn't been historically.
No, he's always been wide with his shots. He needs to shorten those shots up, and that was one of the things that I said in the last fight when I saw him fight. I said he needs to learn how to shorten his punches up in the inside.
I'm not sure what Coach means by be cautious when you commit. When you commit, you're supposed to go ferociously. You're not supposed to hesitate. So I'm a bit confused about those instructions. Now, I understand being cautious after the offense gets off, but not during. Good shot right there.
Lopez once again coming in and catching Oscar Valdez.
Valdez caught him with a nice little check hook right there as Lopez stepped in and tried to attack.
Valdez lunging with that wide left hook, but here he goes with a nice right hand to close out round 3 against the very game, Adam Lopez.
So Lopez, he's moving, he moves to his left, and he steps around. And Valdez got to keep stepping with him, and he can't plant his feet. But what Valdez needs to do is he needs to move to his right to cut off that angle from Lopez. See, he's a step behind all the time.
Solid illustration from Timothy Bradley with our overhead shot here at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, where if you just joined us, last-minute replacement Adam Lopez dropped Valdez in round 2, and here we are in round 4, and Lopez using his length, his speed, as well as his movement to keep Valdez at bay.
Listen, we just missed a good sequence at the beginning of this round. As a veteran fighter, there's moments when you try to come out and assert yourself and create the dominance that you want. And it's key to watch the young fighter to see how they respond. Lopez basically fought Valdez off early in this round, got his respect, and now we're back to a 50-50 affair. Good sequence from Adam Lopez.
Dre, Lopez is sharp. He's sharp shooting. He's throwing feints. You know, you don't see young fighters throwing feints nowadays, but you see the feints coming from Lopez. That feint is just like throwing a jab. It confuses your opponent. It keeps him still. You know, you think he's coming in, but you think your opponent's coming in, but he's not coming in. Keeps you off balance as well.
We talked about the fact that Lopez comes from boxing lineage. His father was an Olympic silver medalist from Mexico in the 1984 Olympics in LA. And he's proving that so far because he's not awed by the moment or the man he has in front of him.
Listen, Lopez is fighting the way he talked yesterday in our fighter meeting.
Nice right to the body there from Valdez, but it's one shot at a time while Lopez is throwing combinations. See the feint there from Lopez.
Beautiful. It made Valdez sit still just for a minute. He had to rethink his approach. And then he took a two-piece. He's sitting there.
Nice jab from Lopez once again, using his length. And the exits are always there for him because Valdez is not cutting off. And here we see the combination punching of Lopez. Nice right hand from Valdez. Lopez takes it well.
Another shot that was thrown hard, but didn't land as hard as it looked. A grazing shot that took a lot of energy out of Valdez. You got to shoot it a lot sharper and a lot smoother. Just like that.
Yeah, but he rolled with that. Lopez rolled with that right hand. He took some of the steam off that right hand.
Very pointed instructions from Buddy McGirt, one of the best in the business. When you talk about McGirt, he was in the corner of Max Dadashev the night that he passed away, and actually Adam Lopez sparred Dadashev in that camp. He's also sparred Ryan Garcia. He said that fight changed my outlook on life. And here he is with an opportunity of a lifetime, and Dre, he's making the best of it.
Yeah, he's doing what I thought he was going to do, at least up until this point. We sit across from a lot of fighters in our fighter meetings, Bernardo. They tell us a lot of things for a lot of different reasons, and in some cases, you see them trying to convince themselves. For some reason, I believed everything that Lopez told us yesterday, as well as Buddy McGirt, and he's putting on a good show right now.
Nice left to the liver there from Oscar Valdez. That's the best way to stop the legs of a young fighter like Lopez.
And when you start going to the body, you start getting your opponent to sit still. Lopez is still moving. But let me tell you, if Valdez continue to attack that body, like he's going to stand still just like that.
Now Valdez is going to have to deal with the offense of Lopez coming forward. And this is not the best look for Valdez.
Let go.
Those are the moments that I was talking about when a veteran fighter will try to take the play from the younger guy and assert his dominance. Lopez keeps answering time and time again. That's going to start to discourage Oscar Valdez.
Still a very close fight despite that knockdown for Lopez in the second round. Nice jab from Lopez. That's exactly what Buddy McGirt wanted. He says, I like how you're moving. Now use that jab. Valdez switching guards to no effect.
Valdez can't get over anxious. He's got to keep coming behind the jab. Then he can land those overhand rights and those body shots a lot more efficiently.
Hands free.
We talk about expectations. We talk about pressure. We talk about emotional letdowns. In the ring, there is no time for that.
Not at this level.
Valdez just missing, although he lands there with the jab. And you see the quick 1-2 from Lopez, who comes again with the right.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of those holes, those gaps in the defense of Valdez, trying to roll, dropping the opposite hand when he's shooting shots. And he's getting caught in between. Look at Lopez.
He's got him against the ropes. And Oscar Valdez trying to roll with those punches, but Lopez has got Valdez pinned, and that's not a good look for the judges.
See, Oscar head hunting. Oscar needs to dig down to the body. You can't hit the head, hit the body. That body will stay big.
Said, when's Tim gonna close his mouth?
Huh?
Huh?
Close my mouth. I'm speaking of real, baby. Let's go.
All right, nice uppercut there from Lopez as Valdez is trying to close the gap.
Bernardo, he's trying to assert that dominance again.
Yep.
So let's see if Lopez can steal the play again. This has been the ebbs and flows that have taken place, and this is why Valdez has not been able to take over, because Lopez just refuses to allow him.
That's right.
That's the story of a fight unfolding.
Yes, sir. Christina Poncher is with Buddy McGirt in the corner.
Buddy, halfway through the biggest fight of your young pupil's career, how would you assess his performance so far?
Beautiful. So far, he's doing great. You know, every now and then he's getting a little lazy. But we're doing what we got to do to win this fight here.
What was your advice to him in the corner this last round? Pretty even fight.
Yes, he said to me, buddy, he can't fight backing up. So I told him, be smart when you're backing him up. Don't get careless.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate the insight there with Christina alongside Buddy McGirt as Valdez lands that left hook and then comes over with the right hand.
Yeah, Lopez thought a jab was coming. And then the old switcheroo right there, veteran tactic right there. Change-up punch. Lead with the left hook.
And that's exactly what Eddie Reynoso asked of Valdez there. Give me some feints.
Beautiful jab right there from Lopez. And a nice right hand to finish.
Valdez looking to assert himself here in the 6th round of a scheduled 10-rounder. Bernardo Soon alongside Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward, with Mark Kriegel and Christina Poncher contributing ringside. You know, Lopez has succeeded in taking the air out of the fans who came here to support Oscar Valdez too.
Well, Lopez having his way right now. He's boxing on the outside, beautiful. But what I like, I love the feints. I love the movement. I love the changing in levels. I love the step back. I love the counters like that from Lopez. This kid coming out of nowhere. He looking nice right now.
You know, he said, I know I see things in Valdez I can take advantage of, and he's done that continually in this fight. He's fighting like a veteran.
He sure is.
Belief system, fellas. I said it from the beginning. A belief in yourself will take you a long, long way.
But you got to have the skills to back it up, too.
Man, I understand that. That's on display right now for you. But I'm telling you, at the top of the show, it's belief. That's why I said I like his chances in this fight, but it's still a lot of fight left. Valdez is a veteran. He's going to try to step on the gas at some point.
60% of the way through this fight, and boy, have we had action in the early going as Oscar Valdez went down for one of the few times in his career. Dre, it was tough. It's been tough for her.
Been some good action. Double jab right there from the young fighter Lopez.
This is Andre's scorecard so far, the difference being that 10-8 round in the second where Lopez dropped Valdez, who's been on the canvas for the 3rd time. Lopez, Tamayo, and Cervania were the 3 men to drop him. Cervania and Tamayo ended up losing the fights. What will happen with Adam Lopez? Will he be the first man to beat Oscar Valdez, who's undefeated in 26 fights? He's got the tools to do it.
Nice 2-piece combination right there. Lopez as Valdez steps back, drops that. Look at the left hand, just keep dropping. He's letting him throw the right hand over the top. Valdez needs to pick that left hand up so he doesn't get hit with the right hand.
Lopez has seen the 8th round 2 times in his pro career. A knockout win and a majority decision loss. So Valdez is counting on those last 2 rounds to do some work.
Look at Lopez. He just keeps moving to his left. And what is Valdez doing? He just keeps following him around the ring. He needs to cut off that angle. Take that play away and make this young man move to his right.
What did Buddy McGirt tell us in the fighter meetings? I'd rather fight a puncher where you take one thing away instead of a smart boxer. He's got the smart boxer tonight, and Valdez has few answers, although he lands a nice left hook and he's hurt. Down goes Lopez here in round 7.
5, 6, 7, 8. You want to fight? Come to me. Come to me.
This is when you earn your check.
You got to protect yourself.
This is when you earn your money.
Round number 7 of a scheduled 10-rounder. Oscar Valdez smells blood. He's a big finisher. He feels strong at 130 pounds, and he's ready to prove it against Adam Lopez.
Valdez better be cautious right now. Lopez got some sneaky short punches in the inside.
Nice right uppercut from Oscar Valdez. Short counter left from Lopez. You hear the crowd behind Oscar Valdez. He said people from California, from Arizona, from Nogales, Sonora, came out here to see me. I want to put on a show. Valdez selling out here in round number 7, looking to finish the young Lopez.
Championship pedigree, baby. That's what we seeing right here from Valdez.
Oh, big uppercut from Valdez. But Lopez taking a shot here in the 7th round.
This is the time that Valdez needs to dig down to the body. He's head hunting too much.
Oh.
Go to the body.
Got the nose bleeding now from Adam Lopez. He's having trouble breathing. The whole demeanor of Lopez has changed here in the 7th round. Ooh. Big right hand from Oscar Valdez. Big combinations from the Mexican fighter. And in steps Russell Mora with just seconds left in round 7 to stop the fight, which was very competitive. Too early in my opinion.
I was a little early right there, man. That kid Lopez has fought a good fight. I think he deserved to keep fighting. I wanted to see this fight unfold. Valdez is coming on. I think the referee jumped in a little too soon.
Sometimes you've got to know the moment. There was 7 seconds left in the round.
Come on.
Let the man finish. He earned it.
Come on.
But we've got the stoppage victory for Oscar Valdez, who got up off the canvas once again, just like he did against Ruben Tamayo, just like he did against Genesis Cervania. Now he does it against Adam Lopez. But you think about, imagine Burchell landing one of those big shots. Come on.
Come on now. You know, and Burchell is a pressure fighter. He puts them together, punches and bunches. Every shot is a hard shot. And we heard Lopez said that, hey, he can't fight backing up. And I believe that too. I believe that Valdez cannot fight backing up.
And we just missed the left hook that Oscar Valdez landed, but it's his signature lead left hook that he loves to throw. He's been throwing it all night, but it finally landed right there.
Right on the chin.
Right on the nose, right on the chin. And Lopez felt it. He got hurt, and Valdez followed up. Here we see another angle. Just took his legs from him. Jab. Right hand, we had already landed the left hook right there. And I'm glad Valdez didn't land that shot right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because we may be having a different discussion right now. A great left hook.
Now here's the second knockdown. You know, the champion, Valdez, Oscar Valdez, he smells blood right here. You know, I don't think I agree with that stoppage right there. It was a little bit too premature in my liking. But you can see the death blows that he's throwing here, Valdez, trying to get the young man up out of here. And the referee stops in. I think he sees enough, but I didn't see enough. I wanted to see if he could continue. I thought he could continue. He was standing. He was in this fight. He should have had the opportunity to finish this fight, Lopez.
Lopez did deserve the opportunity to finish. He was lucid.
He earned it, Bernardo.
He sure did.
And I like Russell Mora, man. He's doing the best he can. He's trying to, you know, care for the fighter in real time. But I thought, you know, Lopez deserved a shot to keep fighting. It's not Valdez's fault. He did his job.
Yes.
He came on, and, you know, he deserved to get his hand raised tonight. I just would have liked to see the fight go a little bit longer.
I mean, when you think about it, Russell Mora did warn Lopez, hey, show me something. He's looking out for his safety. But nonetheless, we've seen...
If it has to end a certain way, I would rather it end one...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 53 seconds of round number 7. A referee in charge stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is the winner of the WBC Super Featherweight World Title Eliminator and still undefeated Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez survives a second round knockdown, got dropped by a big left hook. This was a world title eliminator, meaning he will get his world title opportunity against Miguel Burchell early in 2020. Add that to the list of great fights that we will have for you here on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN, improving to 27-0, 21 knockouts, but not before he got a big scare from the young fighter who's 20 against Oscar Valdez, and he proved his mettle, dropping Valdez in round number 2 of this scheduled 10-rounder.
Absolutely. Lopez looked good, you know, especially at distance. Nice little short check hook. It's actually not a check hook, excuse me. It's a 45 half uppercut, half hook on Oscar Valdez. Good movement, good boxing ability, stepping around Valdez. You know, boxing circles around him for the most part.
And then as the fight progressed, it was Lopez who continued to dictate the pace with his good boxing skill.
He did dictate the pace. You saw Valdez trying to eke his way in. He was trying to find out if he wanted to box, if he wanted to slug, if he wanted to fight. That's why I said early on he was kind of caught in the matrix. He's got to work that out before the Burchell fight. But you got to give him credit for the signature left hook that caused all the problems. And whether you think Russell Moore stopped it early or not, and I do think he stopped it maybe a punch or two too early, you got to give Valdez credit for the way he went in there on the attack after the knockdown.
Valdez did exactly what he had to do, Mark, because this is what makes him one of the most exciting and fun to watch fighters in boxing today.
He did what he had to do, but he also emphasized his flaws again. He's kind of caught in the transition. He went to Eddie Reynoso to improve his boxing. He's not a finished boxer yet. The question now is, can he outslug the likes of